Welcome everyone to this Sunday School webinar. I hope you enjoyed the last one. If you didn't attend, please get the link and listen to it again. And again, I need to stress this because I've heard and I can see that people misunderstand. These webinars will help you in any area of life. Has nothing to do with any compensation plan or any promotions or any problems that occur, but you can maximize the promotions or you can solve the problem that you have by listening to these webinars. That's the difference. So these webinars are based on principalities, the laws of life, where we can understand how to become better. How to become better. And we welcome, of course, all the newcomers to this webinar. If you're here for the first time, maybe it's scary, maybe it's awkward, maybe it's weird in some way, but just listen to many of these webinars because that's what we need. We need to come back. We need to keep coming back to pick up the golden nuggets. So that's the introduction today. Let's get moving here into today's theme, which is choose your heart. Okay, looks like we have a problem with our slides. See if I can fix this. Super weird. Ah, okay. Looks like it's working now. I'm just going to try here. So if it's working, yes, it does. No, yes, it does. Okay. So the glitches we get, with the technology. So now it seems like it's working. Okay. So this slide is just to get your mind going. Hard work spotlights the character of people. Some turn up their sleeves, and some turn up their noses, and some don't turn up at all. You recognize that? And this one from Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad, focus on your education first, then money will follow. That's why we have these webinars. That's why you need these principles of life. And then the third one, and that is you got to do, you got to be before you can do, and you got to do before you can have. And these three is so important to understand that, among the people that maybe you are one of them, I don't know, but the biggest thing with personal development, you know what that is? Everyone can change. You don't have to be in a certain way. You don't have to do certain things. You don't have to live a life with problems or misery or you not really approve of the status that you have in life or the things that you own or whatever, because you can change. The creator gave you that opportunity to change. So we don't have to, it's like my mentor always said, Peter, you're not a tree, are you? And I said, no, of course not. So move. If you don't like where you are, move. Do something. Take action. You're not a tree. A tree can't move. Anyway, so I said in the early beginning here at the webinar that laws will give you life. And that's why we talk about these principles on these webinars. We never talk about facts because facts can change. Principles stay the same. So that's the principles you need to get hold of if you want to be successful. Okay, let's get into today's subject. And that is, it's connected to what I said, that you don't have to be who you are right now. And do you really understand when I said that, being rich is not a bank account? Because it doesn't matter if you have a lot of money in a bank account, but you're a miserable person. There's a lot of miserable rich people because they haven't got the right education. They haven't got the clue that they actually came here with a purpose. And the number one purpose that we came here with is self-governed. So there's no other government that should tell you what to do. There's no other who should govern you except you. You should be self-governed. It's really important to understand. But then again, people are always going to think the way that they've been taught to think. So if you're in a certain situation today, either bad or good, it doesn't matter, or middle of the road, that's the way you've been taught to think. It can't be no other way. That's where the expression came from. To think is to create. As we think it in our heart, so shall we be. So we need to change the way we think. The biggest learning is actually to unlearning what we learned. That's the biggest learning there is. There is to unlearn everything that's wrong that we learned. So remember, you, me, everyone else, we think like the way we've been taught to think. And then we end up in a situation in life we don't like. We said, oh, I don't like this situation. And someone comes along, a mentor, a guide, it could be your pastor, could be your friend, could be your mom, could be anyone with a message telling you, you need to change. Some people have big egos, they don't do it, so they end up in a worse situation and they get the same chance. People say, well, you got to change. Some people change and some people don't. So they end up in the people who don't change, they end up in an even worse situation. And that's how life is, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. So success formula is that we don't reap what we need. There's a need in the world, but there's a need for people who are developing themselves, who are building their character and who are disciplined and helpful and caring and thoughtful. We don't reap what we need. There's a lot of people who need stuff or things or money or energy or love. But we reap what we plant. It's coming back to the self-govern. It's coming back. We're coming back to find the purpose. So when you're building a business like you're doing, you got to understand everything you do is planting. Are you planting weed in your garden, or you're planting roses? So we will never reap what we need. We will reap what we plant. The success is for those who plant. So how can we start reaping? Well, number one is to understand that there's one thing that's constant in the universe, and that is change. That's what most people are most afraid of in the world, to change. They want to stay the same. Doesn't matter. They live with problems and misery, and and they don't change. They rather believe in luck. So, oh, maybe it will change. It will not change by luck. It will change when you change. So how can we start the reaping process? We've been talking about this before, but I will mention it again because it's tied up to today's subject. So giving starts the receiving process. So when you're at these webinars, your number one priority, like we said today, is self-govern. When you're starting that process, number two priority is to start giving. So when you learn something, when you really understand what we're talking about here at Sunday School, you take that principle and you teach someone else. You learn it by doing, and when you have the knowledge, you understand it, you give it to someone else. And giving, it could be anything, So when you start serving other people, the one that's going to be biggest among you is the one that served the others. Never forget it. And some people go, yeah, but the world is tough out there, Doesn't matter. Principles is still the same. Will be the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. How weird and strange the world turn, the principles are still here. Doesn't matter. And it's not about things and material success and it's about you. It's about your soul. It's about you. The only thing that you own, that you take with you. You don't take your Ferrari with you when you leave planet Earth. You don't take your bank account with you, but you take you with you. So it's important to understand that you're planting for the future. So we serve other people and we start the abundance process. And like I explained to my son the other day, I told him, the simple, we were talking a little about it, and I said, this is the principle. When you selling hot dogs outside from a hot dog stand outside an arena or at the street level or whatever, you have a hot dog stand. You actually have a service for other people, because the hungry people can buy a hot dog from you and you will get money. Okay? That's the principle. You have a service, you service others, money will come to you. So if you have 10 of those, you have people that you hire to stand with those hot dog stands, you will earn even more money because you serve more people. That's the principle. The more people, that's why direct sales is such a beautiful business, because you can serve a lot of people in a network of people, but you got to serve them. You're not going to trick them. You're not going to fool them. You're not going to manipulate them. You're going to serve them. So whatever you mismanage, you will lose. You mismanage time. You remember we talked about this a couple of Sundays ago, about mismanage time, mismanage money, mismanage people, mismanage relationships. Whatever you mismanage, you will lose. So it's so important to go back to the principles. And you can't keep what you don't give away. It's impossible. And people will go, okay, so I want to start the abundance process. I want to, be self-governed, and I want to reap, so I will plant. So what can I give? Well, there's a lot of things you can give, but these are just a couple of examples you can give of your time. Time is valuable, probably the most valuable thing that you have, more valuable than any gold or diamonds, because time will never come back. If you mismanage it, or if you lose it, or if you waste it, well, it's gone. Then knowledge, you can give away knowledge. You can give away money. You can give them material things. You can give away caring, empathy. So there's a lot of things you can give. So everyone can be a giver. So everyone that starts the abundance process by giving is planting. You see, the principle behind this is to give is to plant. That's it. That is to plant the seed. But our desire to change must be way more than our desire to stay the same. So we need that wow, I'm at the crossroad. I don't want to live like this anymore. I'm had it. I'm had it being poor. I had it being lazy. I'm had it being late. I'm had it being strange. I'm had it being whatever. And when you had it, when you come to that point, that's when you make the decision. It's a decision. You make a decision to follow these laws. And I want to make an example. So there's many people who have problems in any business. Many people in this business have problems, okay? And some people, I understand, they don't get it. They don't get it that they can have the solution to all the problems here at Sunday school every Sunday. So they start blaming instead of understanding. The blame game will get you nowhere. So instead of, I read someone said, I don't want to get motivated. I can't get motivated because of this and that and blah, blah, blah. But listen, this is not a motivational seminar. This is an educational. You will get motivated because you will get some information that will start to inspire you, because inspiration comes from within. It will stir up something that's already inside of you. And some people don't get it. They can solve all their problems by listening to this Sunday school. Not at once and not in one day, but if they start understanding and listening to these Sunday school webinars, they will solve their problems. They will. Okay? The toughest thing with personal development is that you can't blame anyone. When you start doing personal development, you understand the laws. There's no one to blame except yourself. So the change is in the moment. Because when can you change? Can you change yesterday? Is that where you're going to change? Or can you change tomorrow? Is then where you're going to change? No, the change is right now, here and now, in this moment. When you're sitting right here and right now, listening to me, and if you don't have a pen, you're mismanage your time. If you don't have a piece of paper taking note, you're mismanaging the education, the stuff that's coming out of this webinar. I'm telling you, you got to be prepared for success. You got to be thorough from the very start. And you got to be disciplined. And those who are, they will get so much out of this. So in years to come, they will say, wow, I was in this business and I thought I was there for the money, but I realized I was there for the education. I learned so much. I made a little bit of money, but I mean, what I learned is now making me millions today. So change is in the moment. That's what people don't get. They don't understand it. The future is created in the present, in the now. So whatever you want in the future, you create it right now. And people go like, what? I don't understand. There's no other way than in the now, right now. That's why you need to do a great now, right now, so you can prepare for the next now, because the next now is coming. Every second is ticking, tick, 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 tick. There's a new now coming. There's a new hour coming. There's a new week coming. There's a new day. So the future is created in the present, always. And those who not succeed in this world are the people with big egos. They don't want to act on instructions. They don't want to let anyone tell them what to do. They don't want to be mentored. Oh, I've seen hundreds, thousands, and hundreds, and I don't know how many people I've seen during my years, and I'm not like, you know, super duper personal development in the business, but I've been around for a while, and I've seen so many people, they're missing the golden nuggets because they have big egos, and they tell themselves, oh, what can he learn me? I don't get, you know, I'm better than him, or, you know, I don't have to listen to him because I'm so great and I have $1 trillion in my account, and, you know, yeah, okay. But those who will not succeed, and I'm talking about real success, are the people who don't act on instructions. You get a lot of instructions during the 30 minutes every Sunday. Do you act on them? Do you do them? Do you change in the now? Okay, so most people want to have a great life. Most people want to have change. They want to be happy, you know, so they're chasing these in a unnatural way, you know, in a, what do you say, not following the laws. So they chase and chase and chase. But you know, you don't have to chase happiness. If you do the right things, happiness will chase you. And you should never, ever, ever, ever base your decision make on your feelings. And I see people do. They are getting angry. They are getting this. They are getting bitter. They are getting, you know, hey, calm down, take a deep breath, and make a plan. Take a deep breath and understand that there's no one to blame than you. Every first timer is a victim. Every second timer is optional. Yeah, think about that one. That's the $1 million one line right there. So don't make decisions on your feelings. Feelings lie, because feelings could be old thoughts, and feelings could be someone that planted that in you, inside of you, when you were little, you know. You're self-governed. There's no one to govern you except you. So now we're going to come to the conclusion, and this is what the webinar is all about. Okay, so people think the way they've been taught to think. So what are you telling me that someone taught me to think? Yes, that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. So if you have been taught the wrong way to think in the wrong way, you have to relearn. You have to start learning a new way. Think in another way. Because to think is to create. Okay, so take a look at this. Marriage, I'm not promoting marriage. I'm just saying, you know, so don't get angry. Marriage is hard. It's hard. It's hard to be married. because it's a relationship, and relationships has rules. Yeah, every relationship has rules. So some people, they don't like the rules, or they don't like whatever they're in, because they don't understand that the person that need to change is not the other person they're married to. They need to change themselves. That's why marriage is hard for those people. But I'm telling you, divorce is also hard. So choose your heart. You know, what people miss out, and this is principle, it has nothing to do with marriage. It's in business relationships, it's in any relationships. It's that people always try to change other people, but you can't change other people. You only can change you. You can only change yourself. What does that mean to you? So marriage is hard, divorce is hard. Choose your heart. You can exchange marriage with relationships is hard. Ending relationships is also hard. Choose your heart. You know, I'm not. This is not a blame game. So if you're overweight, or you feel like you have too much to carry, that's fine. It's okay. No one is here to blame anything. But this is just a principle, and that is obesity is hard. It's hard to walk around with too much weight. It's hard. I know, because I've been there. I've been obese. But listen, being fit is also hard. So both is hard. Choose your hard. Discipline. That's what we're talking about here. This is just an example, not to embarrass anyone or to point a finger. We're just talking principle. Obesity is hard. Being fit is also hard. Choose your hard. Being broke is hard. But being financially free or being financially educated is also hard. Choose your hard. So are you getting it? What we're getting in here? It's about choices. And life will never be easy. It will always be hard. But we can choose our heart by attending these webinars and reading books and listening to people who have solved their problems, because this is what it's all about. Why you think I'm sitting here talking to you? I can tell you why. Because I started my journey 35 years ago, and my life was a mess. It was a wreckage. It was a wreck. I was poor, busted, and disgusted. And I met a guy who said, I can help you. That's why I'm sitting here, because I've been there. I've done that. Otherwise, I couldn't be sitting here, because you can't give what you don't have. I can talk to you and tell you that life will never be easy. Because why? I've been there. It's empiric knowledge. But I know that everyone can change. Everyone can be better. Everyone can become. And during that journey of becoming, you will interest other people, because they can see the change in you. They will go, wow, I want to do that. I want to follow you. I want to do what you're doing. But we got to choose our heart. This is why I always choose this to show you this slide, because this is what it's all about. Choices. You got to make a choice. You got to choose. You go right to fight and love, or you go left and flee in fear. So that's what I had for you guys this Sunday. I thought it was a phenomenal web. And we need to go the extra mile every day, every week, every year. We need to go the extra mile to do the extra that would separate us from the ordinary people, because they're just ordinary. You're extra ordinary. Okay, guys, thank you for listening to me. And go out in the world, help other people, be blessed, be prosperous, happy, joyous, and free. But most of all, free. See you next Sunday. Thank you.
2020 has come to define the importance of an online business. Earning an extra source of income from the safety of your own home has never been more prominent. To build on this, we set out to create the ultimate online business right in your pocket. Introducing Crowd1. Crowd1 is a leading global crowd marketing force set out to empower people all around the world. Our vision is to provide sustainable business opportunities for everyone. That includes you. Through Crowd1's easy-to-use, all-in-one software, you are able to create and grow your own team. You and your team then recommend and distribute groundbreaking online products, carefully crafted to the core, whilst earning commission. Mobile gaming, e-learning, digital traveling agencies, and more. With Crowd1's wide library of products and services, there is always a product that fits your customers' needs, maximizing your ability to market them. Organizing your work is important too. The Crowd1 platform is optimized for keeping structure and managing your business and income. Additionally, we provide education and training in entrepreneurship to help you on your way to success. These three components work in harmony to create the best version of yourself and your team. With over 25 million members, great products and services, and the right tools at the tip of your fingers to create and manage your own business. Join us today and be part of the future.